Hey guys, Justin here from Simplified Investing. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. As we always do, this is our weekly watch list video highlighting the 5 plays that we are watching for the week. That being said, 5 plays this week, first one being NVIDIA, second one being AMD, third one being AMC, fourth one being Tesla, and then the fifth one being Oxy. Hope you guys all have a great week and enjoy the extra day off. So, getting things started, for those of you who have watched the prior videos, the first thing I'm going to do is break down the market. Going to be using SPY as this proxy, which is going to be the S&P 500 index. Looking at this from the daily time frame perspective, meaning that each candle that closes is going to be 1 day on the market. So, finally, let's go out here actually first to the 3-year weekly chart. So you can see we found a relief bounce here back at the beginning of March, followed by 7 continual weeks of selling. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Finally finding a strong relief bounce here on the market on the weekly chart. You can see we're engulfing this red candle that we had the prior week, pushing here to the upside on the weekly chart. Now, this isn't a for sure reversal, but this is the first sign of strength that we have seen in a long time here on the S&P 500, especially looking at it from a longer time frame perspective. So if we look at this prior, this was a strong bounce here. We got a continuation higher, and this is a failed rejection here at this 457.50 level, similar to how we got here. So waiting on a confirmation of a reversal here. However, this is the first real sign of strength that we've had from a weekly time frame perspective on SPY since the beginning of March here. So let's go out to the daily time frame perspective. You can see we're forming this, we had this obvious downtrend here. We're forming this push up here. We failed on 517, pushed, did not create new lows here once we rejected, and then we're holding this strong support at this 388 region, pushing all the way up here into 415.26. So very strong cup move here. It's more like a W pattern here, but nice push to the upside here. Big region above is going to be 430. So this, we traded back here at the beginning of May, traded near this range, and we failed to break this range. So let's see if we can get a bounce here, push through 430, move into 437.70, a lot of consolidation channels here in this level, and then a move above that into that 444 region. But first true sign of strength here on the market, all prior pops we're getting sold into. So you get a strong strength here, sell off. We get a strong strength here, sell off. So finally, getting a bounce here, continuation of higher highs, breaking out of this cup move here through this 408 and 410 region. Watching this for the upside here, 420 is strong overhead resistance, as well as that 430 psychological region here on this. First true sign of strength here on SPY. Let's see if we can get a follow through this week on a shortened week. First play, and one that I'm sure a lot of you have on watch, is going to be NVIDIA. So obviously a tough year for NVIDIA. That goes with a lot of growth stocks, a lot of tech stocks, similar setup, a lot of selling pressure. However, first sign of strength here, and really what I liked about NVIDIA is, I'm sure some of you were watching their earnings, gap down over 6% on earnings, and we ended up closing that day up over 4%. So that shows you a complete control of bulls on this name after a huge gap down following earnings, and the bulls were able to close this in the green with strength. So watching for the strength to follow through. We're finally reversing here with volume. Again, anytime you have an earnings report, you can expect higher volume. That's what we got here on NVIDIA. But nice strength here, nice bullish candle, push and continue to the upside. Watching this one through 192.13 to hit this 201.46 region and potential into 210. You can see a 210 area was a lot of prior bounces, so that gives us a lot of overhead resistance levels. So if we do test and pull into this 210 region to 215, expecting a lot of resistance in this region, but pretty clear here if we do break this 192 area to curl and push back up into this 201 and then up there into that 210 region here this coming week. But again, really strong strength here, really liking that earnings reaction after that gap down into market open. A lot of buyers taking this to the upside, watching this for a continuation this week through 192 to the upside. The second one, pretty much a sympathy move with NVIDIA. The secular move, it moved almost exactly the same as NVIDIA did post-earnings, which you expect to see from something that is trading within the same sector. You can see a lot of consolidation forming here starting on 412 after a downtrend. So if you see this downtrend making these lower highs, pushing down. Finally, we're trading into accumulation zone here, a sideways movement where we aren't forming any net new lows, where the lows that we had down here on 427 and also right here on 512. So you can see finally starting to make some higher lows on these bounces, which is the first sign of a reversal. The main thing I really like about this is a lot of breakout buyers who got trapped before are going to be watching this. And what do I mean by this? Let's use a highlighting tool here. So everyone was watching this 100 support region. You can see we bounced here, we bounced here, we bounced right here as well. Also bounced here, draw this one, bounced here. And then we pull in here, and then everyone's buying this, saying, okay, well, look how many times it's bounced here before. Well, what are the chances that it's going to bounce here? Well, I'm going to buy just in case it does. Well, what all this does down here then is it's going to be trapping these orders. It's going to be triggering these stop loss orders from these people who tried to buy that $100 5 or triple support bottom, whatever, 6 supports here. But trying to buy this after they got stopped out, now what are they likely to watch for another entry? Well, okay, let's watch above this $100 region again. Similar thesis. Now let's take this to the upside. So watching the bids to take control here of AMD, really liking this pattern here. We do have potential through 103.91 into that 106.70 region and above that into the 110 area. I do think we get some of those buyers back here that after they got stopped out, watching this one again to enter and now going to take this one to the upside. But again, clear shakeout here, triggering those stop losses as we move down near 85, 84 region. Now we're reclaiming, forming some higher lows here, now wanting to push to the upside with potential to see 110 on this particular ticker this week. As for the third play, I'm sure it's another one that a lot of you guys have been watching. Going to be AMC, and I really like the volume that we did end up getting here, 233%, so 2.3x the volume, up 18% on the day. Nice move here after this pop that we had back here in March, selling off all the way from over 30 all the way down here to 9.7. So that gives us a lot of overhead resistance, but a nice bounce off the lows here. So we get a bounce, tried to form net new lows here on 524 and 525, pushing up, buyers controlling this $10 support region, pushing to the upside. I want to see this hold through 1436 this week for a move here up into 1613 and potential for 1893. It doesn't have as explosive of a setup as it did a year prior ago when you can see we got this move up to 72.62. But first sign of not forming net new lows here. Nice bounce, holding this 970, $10 support region. Move through 1436. We'll be closely eyeing this one to the upside this coming week. Does have potential up into that $16 and $18 region. Third one that's also bouncing, and this is going to be a common theme anytime you look at these names, it's simply because the market is bouncing as well. Now, what am I seeing from Tesla? We're finally getting this curling pattern. So you can see this curling trying to form. I do think we get move up here into 795.81 and then a breakout through 800 with bids or high volume, pushing this with potential up into the 822 region. Now, this one's going to be reliant here on the market as well. It does compose in the S&P 500. Let's see if we can get a curling move, follow through and hold ideally above the 774, 775 region for a curling move up into 800 plus here on the coming week. Nice bounce here, not trading any 2x the normal amount of volume that I personally would like to see, but first sign of trying to break this downtrend. Again, we did make some lower lows here. You can see the reversal here off of 224. Net new lows down here off this reversal on 524 and 525. Curling here, I do think we have potential to see 800 here this week on this name. Following that strength where we've gotten this bounce on 525, 26, and also here on 527. Last name. Common theme has been on our watch list quite a bit, simply because the secular strength. Again, when you look at the strength or the strongest sector right now in the market, what is it? It's energy and oil. And Oxy fitting in with this really nice cup breakout pattern here. So when you visualize this cup, there's really two setups here. This breakout here on the cup, which the first thing that you want to note is anytime you have a breakout of a cup, the telltale sign of what you want to see is high volume, buyers taking authority above that region. Well, unfortunately, not what happened here on Oxy, actually trading lower than normal volume, but bulls still in control of this. A nice trend move, nice cup break. Two setups here on this one, a retest into the 69 support region and hold, eyeing this to the upside, or continued higher highs here, watching over that 71.28 high of day that we had on Friday for a move up into 72.36, which does come from the 20-year weekly chart as we are trading at 52-week highs. When you are trading at 52-week highs, you do sometimes have to zoom out to longer time frames or resort to intraday levels to watch this, but really nice cup breakout here. Potential to see that 72.36 region on Oxy this coming week. That being said, that wraps up our watch list video. If you did find this video helpful, if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. If you are interested in checking out our team, feel free to head to SimplifiedInvesting.com. Today, we would love to have you guys on board. Hope you guys all have a great Memorial Day weekend and look forward to trading with you all on Tuesday. Thank you.